Sorry, I think we had some technical difficulties there, guys. Can you hear us now on the chat? If you could just reply and just let us know. Yeah, looks like we're good. Okay, yeah, good evening, guys. This is round 5 at Baku, Azerbaijan of the high gear. You missed some brilliant commentating early on in the first 4 minutes, but we've got through our technical issues. And just on board with Colin now, coming to the end of his lap. And a bank lap of 1:38.4, that's incredibly quick from Colin on the mediums as well. Trying to see who we've got coming up next. We've got Cosmo on an out lap. Boris is coming through the final sector here. Boris seems to be way off the pace here from the time in the top right, so this must be an out lap as well. Let's see if we can find someone on the lap. And interestingly, Colin 4 tenths up on anyone else, and he's on the mediums, so that's a really fast time for him on a banker lap. And we'll follow Boris here on his, I'm guessing his first flying lap, because the 150 is not going to get him anywhere close to the top. And the yellow flag in sector 1. It looks like a Mercedes has hit the wall there. I'll just go and check to see who that is. And that's Jetfish, he's just going slowly. Carry on with Boris round here. And a lot of oversteer there. Oh, he's just kept it out the wall. Oh, he's just hit the wall. So he's had to bail out of that. We've got Luke in sector 2 here. And Evil Master is saying he thinks Colin is 4th in the world round here, which is unbelievable if he is. He's a very quick driver. But there's a lot of quick drivers in here, so you never know. And yellow flags in sector 2 and sector 3. I think that's the slow moving cars of Boris and Jetfish ahead. Luke might be able to borrow a bit of slipstream off these cars though. And DRS open for Luke. And what time's he going to do? It's 1:40.0, so that puts him in 6th. So he's got to find, well, 1.6 seconds for Boris. To get higher, the guys are looking like it's going to be mid 1:38 here to be near pole. Evil Master, where is Westy? We're having a bit of an issue with the commentary at the moment, so we're just trying to figure out what's going on there. Yeah, I can hear you, Westy. It just might be in those settings. I'm sure Always Rick might be able to help you out with this, if you can send you a message. And then if we got on a fine lap, it looks like Sprunky. Is he on a fast lap? Yeah, Evil Master, you've been quite vocal in the comments so far. If you could let us know if Westy's in here. So also in the chat, have you got any predictions for the top 3 for me? That would be interesting to find out. Before I go and say something and get it totally wrong, I'd be interested to see what you guys are thinking. I mean, I don't know if you've seen me on the comms before. I tend to get it completely wrong, but Colin's always a safe bet for pole. I think, like you said earlier, not that anyone could hear it, I think Jetfish will have good pace here, and I think potentially Baku could get the top 3 as well. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to say that now. Watch me be proved completely wrong, and it almost be a reverse. Richie's saying he can't predict Baku ever. That's why I was trying to worm my way out of that one, Richie, to be honest. You know, I tend to make prophecies that go instantly wrong, so trying to avoid it. And we've got Sminotla, who I think, did he finish in the top 3 last year in the standings? He's on a flying lap now, on the mediums as well. And Evil, can you hear Westy now on the comms? Just if you could confirm that, that'd be great. He's got a lot of curve there. Sminotla, which will affect him.
That should be me now.
So Evil can't hear you at the moment. Keep us updated, chat, if you can hear it. A lot of technical issues. You can tell it's
3-4 times I tried now.
Yeah, you can tell we're
Hopefully
a bit new.
The last one.
Now I can, Evil Master. Yeah, okay, we're up and running. Here's our co-comms. Welcome.
Chat session. Jeez. Sorry lads. Good evening. Hope you're all well.
And Sminotla puts himself up into 4th on 139.2 on the mediums as well. So he's got some serious pace. So that's my top 3 instantly out the window potentially if they put softs on. Right, who have we got out on track? We've got a few people out on outlaps.
Boris on a fast one just now.
Boris, I'll go to Boris here. Let's go. Is Brent on a fast lap there as well, or is he... Because we've got these two coming in quick fashion, so Boris could end up getting a lot of slipstream from here.
He's went a bit wide there.
Yeah, I'm going to just check with... And Brent's pulled out in front.
Gave it up, yeah. Is Boris up on his time?
I think he will be on the 150. No, maybe he was doing a max extra warm-up lap. As he comes around the final corner here, we'll see what Boris can do.
You say that as if you're surprised, Evo.
And Boris coming up to the line now. DRS will be open soon.
Yeah, he's mid-40s maybe.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
139.8, not bad.
Not expect that at all.
Yeah, so he's found some time, obviously on the 150. He did have a moment, so that looked like it might have cost him 2 or 3 temps, so he could potentially maybe get up to 5th if he gets that corner right. I didn't see the rest of his lap from there.
Yeah, same.
Let's see who else is on the lap here. I think Sinotla's going back to the pits. Andrew's going slow.
Got Maggot going through a castle.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, he's down on his time.
We've got Deck coming up to the line, but I think he's eased off.
Boris is up on his time again.
And we've got Cosmo towards the end of the lap trying to set his first time. So we'll follow on board with Cosmo here and see what he can do.
I'll keep you updated with Boris.
Yeah, maybe it's taking a couple of laps for these guys to get warm. Oh, and Cosmo's hit the wall. I'm guessing he'll jump into the pits here and get a fresh set of boots on and go for it again. And that's exactly what he's doing. So we've got Boris. Oh, Boris is invalidated.
Oh, he's
invalidated. Invalidated. Sprunky's on a quick lap just behind Boris on track. He's already on a 139.6. See what he can do. See if he can put this horse closer to the front. He's took that corner beautifully.
Five tenths up.
Yeah, so he could well put himself right up there.
Yeah.
We've got Ross G shouting out from McLaren. Well, it's looking good for McLaren so far. Very strong qualifying. And Sprunky's going to cross the line. And a 1:39.1, so he puts himself fourth, yeah. I think we got Deck 2 seconds up on his time. He's coming down the stretch.
1:10 up on his time. Just coming over the line now.
And Dex put himself 7th, and Jetfish coming over the line.
Jetfish
and Jetfish puts himself, yeah.
Backer.
And Backer's still in the pits here, so he's maybe waiting for the track to ramp up a little bit.
Yeah, I can see a lot of these guys coming out the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, and we've also got Luke on a flying lap here. He's just going through the first sector. He's on a 1:40.0. It's incredibly tight for the 1:39s. If you can get yourself in the mix there, you could end up anywhere. I think there seems to be a few people that are potentially on that 1:38 pace, including Sminotler if he puts softs on. And it looks like Luke's 2 tenths up.
Getting 1:38.
Yeah, which is incredibly quick round here. I think I only managed a 1:40.5, which felt very quick to me. Oh, Luke's hit the wall a bit there. And it's quite reminiscent of Leclerc through there, seeing a Ferrari hit that wall.
Very much so.
Looks like he might have got away with damage though, the way he's still pushing. But he might have dropped some time. And he's going to get a bit of slipstream from his teammate here.
Nicely timed.
Yeah, that's good teamwork. Yeah, it's going to drag Luke right to the line. That's beautifully timed. And great teamwork to see on the show here from Colin and Luke. And Luke puts in a 1:39.5, so he's 6th. But he did the fastest final sector, which isn't a massive surprise there.
If he didn't hit the wall through Castle, I think he would have been a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely. He must have dropped a few tenths there, which could have been, could have put him up into 5th at that point. Sminotler's still in the pits here, from what I'm seeing. So maybe he's not going to set another time. And we've got Sprunky going through Castle as well, trying to get himself into the top 3 at least. And I think we got Backer on a out lap. Eagle Master's saying watch Colin. I will tune into Colin soon. I'm just going to see Sprunky come up to the line first.
I don't think Sprunky's going to get there to overtake Backer.
No, and Sprunky's pulled out, so we'll go.
Colin's 2 tenths up just now.
Yeah, and we'll see what he can do. And he's on a soft now, so we should expect him to be improving, probably by about half a tenth round here.
Possibly. Soon tell here.
Yep, there we go.
37, it's looking like.
And I can see why Evil must have wanted to see him. It's a good thing to watch this.
Lads, I'm going to record this lap.
It's nothing like watching me on board, I can tell you that. Partly because he's not in a wall by now, so.
Yeah, same as myself, to be fair.
He comes to the line, and 1:37.6.
Wow,
unbelievable. That is unbelievable. And helped his teammate out at the start of the lap.
Unbelievable.
So who've we got on a flyer here? Maggot is coming up through the second section. He's backed off there by the looks of it.
Looks like we've got Deck out.
Yeah. So I might try and catch Backer here in 3rd place for the full lap.
Yeah, let's go for it.
And see if he can improve. He'll be hoping to jump Jetfish here. I have a feeling Colin's time might just be out of reach. It's incredibly quick that time.
I'll be surprised if either guy gets into 1:37, Jetfish or Backer. Is Backer up? That's the question. Yeah, 2 tenths, 2.5. So that will overtake Jetfish if he keeps it on this lap.
Yeah. Oh, and he got so close to the wall there. It's amazing to see these guys, how much kind of close to the limit they are, and especially these street circuits, they get so close to the walls. And Back is absolutely flying around. At this point, he's done enough to beat Jetfish, but he's just got to hook it up in the last sector.
Keep it clean throughout.
When he's dropped a bit of time back there.
Yeah. He's going to need to try and get the pace up.
Yeah, so it's a race for the line here. And this is to start second. I mean, Colin's just blown us away with that time.
Yeah, that's...
It can all change in the race round here. There could be a lot of safety cars, and strategy will come into play massively.
Agreed. We've just seen that the past 2 nights.
And he does improve by his 100th off.
Stalled.
And that is so tight between those two, and that's going to be an interesting battle to watch throughout this race.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this start.
And Sminotla's going again, and I think it's Sminotla up here on the mediums.
Yeah, nearly 4 times that.
And that could be very interesting. I mean, he'll at least put himself fourth, but whether he can actually leapfrog Backer and Jetfish would be very interesting.
I think he could.
And he has.
He does.
Second place, and look at how close that is between second, third, and fourth. Unbelievable. Almost identical laps. And have we got anyone else left on track? I think that's the qualifying as we see it there.
Yeah, it looks like it. So this is going to be interesting with Sminotla on the mediums from the start. With all soft runners round about him.
Well, it definitely gives Colin something different to think about now. Because Colin's clearly got incredible pace around here, but Sminotla does too, considering he's done that on mediums.
Certainly showed it anyway.
I mean, I think, was it a 38.5 that Colin had on the mediums, so technically 2 tenths off on the same tyre. So that could be interesting to watch. And Jetfish and Backer in third and fourth promises to be a great battle as well. We've got Sprunky fifth, Luke in sixth in the Ferrari, Maggot seventh in the Aston Martin, Deck in the Red Bull 8th, Cosmo, Andrew, Brent, Riyadh, Banter Brandon and RPM Boris. I think RPM Boris got disqualified, I'm not sure why. And Riyadh and Banter Brandon didn't set a time.
Again, it'll be interesting to see if anybody goes for the undercut.
Yeah, and obviously...
It seemed to be quite powerful on Tuesday night it was. It seemed to be quite powerful then.
Yeah, and it's one of those, I think the tyres can go quite quickly, and sometimes it's better just to get that pit stop out of the way if you don't, especially around the street circuits, unless you're on the DRS zone and you can get close enough there, it's very difficult to overtake. And I'll ask the chat again if there's any predictions for how this is going to turn out. Maybe for that top 4, because it was so close, especially between second, third and fourth.
Definitely.
I know Evil Master will definitely have a prediction here. He was, he's been quite vocal about how quick some people are.
To keep his opinions to himself, so we'll find out.
And I'm sure we'll have a good battle up top as well. Maybe some teamwork from the McLarens being second and fourth.
Could well be.
Right, try and get everything sorted for the guys watching. And we'll have a look at those tyres. So Boris is starting on the hards. We've got Banter, Brandon, Brent and Riyadh outside the top 10 on mediums. And then obviously everyone else is on their qualifying tyres.
Yeah.
So Boris is obviously trying to... I mean, it's obviously slowed down in the first few laps with everyone being so close together, so the hard tyres can work there, but if there's early safety cars, that can change that strategy a lot.
Yeah, easily. Plus with a fuel tank of fuel, it can be really difficult to get around these corners.
Yeah, they're not the... I mean, I know for myself, again, these guys are much quicker and much better at driving than I am. I find it incredibly difficult on the hards at most tracks, but especially these street circuits.
Yeah, it's also quite difficult to get temperature in the tyres here, so keeping them up will be pretty difficult as well.
Yeah, and I noticed, I don't know if you noticed this, but early in my stint, my rear tyres were really starting to let go much quicker than my front tyres around here, so...
Yeah, especially my left rear. I noticed my left rear went off really quickly.
And Evil Master's really enjoying seeing Colin do that lap. It says just amazing. It is. You should watch. You should watch one of my laps, Evil. It is also just amazing, but for all the wrong reasons.
You can see the difference between high gear and low gear that way.
Yeah, I think they're trying to put me in the lowest gear, even lower than low. Right, and there's slow. Boris is quite far behind the rest of the field here, which trying to get some any heat into those hard tyres, which fair play, he'll need it.
yeah,
could have some
to do.
Could have some very cold tyres at the front, so they're gonna have to wait a little while. Boris is starting to catch him up now, but I imagine his tyres are nice and warm. Richie, it's RPM Jones, that's me speaking, also known as the worst driver around Baku, and every other circuit in fact. Right, so we're forming up, and we've got everyone on a great Boris. Yeah, you never know what you're going to get with this. We'll put it in broadcast and hope for the best.
I'd say go to Maggot.
And I've already got some strange things happening with the. What's that? Right, we've got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Okay, let's go.
Just like a regret start from Colin. Sminottler's up there.
Yeah, and he's very tight in that. And Jetfish is taking advantage of that round the outside. Yeah. Beautiful move. Sminottler's still on having a look. I think he'll probably
just getting round there.
Yeah.
Being took by Luke now.
Oh, I think Bakker might have some damage on that front wing. Try and check that out.
Yeah. It's looking like it now. With Deck passing.
Oh, also. And yellow flag. And I'm trying to see what happens. It looks like a bit of a pile-up. Cosmo's lost it on the straight. I don't know if he's been hit, but there look to be a lot of front wings flying off there. Trying to see for damage. Yeah, Brent has some damage. Let's have a look at Boris. Don't know if I can see, or I don't know if you can see this in TAS, Westy.
Yeah, I'm not just now. Just trying to work out who's.
Right, so that's.
Maggot's got a broken wing. Andrew. Yeah, Brent. Quite a few are going to need to go in the pits here.
Yeah, Maggot. I don't know who he would have had contact with because he's up in 8th, or whether it was just it happened in front of a lot of cars and it was just
possibly
pure luck getting past.
Anything here.
Exactly, especially if someone comes bouncing back off the barriers, it's impossible. But we'll soon see if that changes anything. I mean, it's an incredibly early safety car. Not totally unexpected having a safety car. We were expecting a few, but
Brent's not looking comfortable anyway.
No, and that's the other thing, because obviously with this new iteration of the Formula 1 game, you can get damage to other areas of the car, not just the front wing, so...
Yeah, once you've got side pod damage, I've noticed, you may as well just give up, to be honest, because you're going nowhere fast.
Yeah, it's not easy. And Colin's pitted, Jetfish staying out, and Sminottler, that's not a massive surprise, and those mediums staying out. Luke has stayed out, so we've got Colin, Bakker... Oh, it's moving so quick for me to read. Colin, Sprunky, Bakker, Deck, Maggot, Andrew, Brent and Boris in the pits. So obviously some had damage, but they've all gone to mediums, it looks like. I'm not sure what Boris has done.
Pretty well for Sminottler then, with Collins behind.
Well, effectively, yeah, he's now got track position on him, hasn't he? And they're on the same strategy. For Bakker, obviously he's dropped track position, but he gains a free pit stop, as do many of the others. I also saw that Deck came off the start, but Deck's ahead of him now, so Deck must have either got a good start or jumped him in the pit lane.
Didn't even see it, to be honest, I missed that.
Yeah, I find
Bakker have damage. Did he go in? Yeah.
Well, he seemed to run wide, didn't he, at the turn 2. I don't know if he clipped that wall or something.
No, I'm not seeing anything for damage.
So maybe it was just running a bit wide and then he was just under pressure from the other cars then, rather than damage there.
Probably avoiding more than anything else.
Yeah, and obviously now Jetfish has got the. I mean, he's chose not to pit, and so has Luke's. They're on soft, so they could really do with getting clear and getting an advantage to buy the pit stop. And we got Sean saying Backer got tapped in the back, no damage though. Okay, so he's just was probably struggling to actually get floor out of that corner, and obviously lots of cars coming.
Why he didn't pit then.
Yeah. And obviously now it comes down to Jetfish in the next few laps, how he's going to do the restart. It's a very long straight here, so it's important to time it at the right time. Obviously you can't take it up to line and then slow down, that's not allowed within the rules.
Yeah.
So you've really got to think about how to back up the field before and when to go.
To be honest with you, Jones, never had to do a restart. I'm never in the league to get a restart.
Neither
I've never had that problem to work it out.
I think I'd probably just get swarmed by other cars because I'd restart it so badly. Yeah. So we've got the front five there? Yeah, the front five basically have not pitted, but 3 of them are on mediums anyway, so that brings them into the race. But this is, as we were saying, I mean, it gives Luke and Jetfish an advantage, but not for long.
They have to clear off though, they have to really try and clear away from the rest of the pack.
And of course, around this circuit there could be more safety cars. It's not easy to switch strategy throughout.
Yeah.
It really is a difficult thing to get right. I think I had 4 stops before I crashed out, and I crashed out halfway through the race, so I was probably heading for 8 at that
On
race.
the safety car for our race, I was just past the pits, so I never really gained anything from it.
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously that's one of the things, is your positioning on the track when a safety car comes out. As the pack gets spread out, it really benefits some people and it completely compromises others. And it'd be interesting to watch the likes of Backer, Colin, Deck and Sprunky, who seem to have good pace around here, trying to cut their way through that field of the guys that have stayed out for track position.
I'm sure Riyadh, he usually moves out of people's way, to be honest, that guy, so possibly that would be easily for them to overtake him.
We've got Evil Master saying he had 7 stops the other day. That might well be a RPM record.
Possibly.
You should probably speak to the league owners about that, get that looked at, get that put on Wikipedia. I'm sure Lewis Hamilton hasn't done that, so you've got a record over him there, Evil Master. And we've now got safety car coming in, so Jetfish will now be strategising his restart.
Most will not get the drag though. Be able to take him in T1.
Well, he's going to have to make sure he stays wide awake here. Safety car's still not into the pit lane, but it's coming in now. So I'd be expecting him to go at any point. Will he take it right to the line? Oh, he's gone there. Yeah. And he just caught them slightly sleeping. Sminotler's getting off after him. He's having a little look.
Take look here, I think. No, he's not. He's backed out of it.
Have we got a yellow flag? Oh, Riyadh's just moved out the way.
Yeah. We've got Maggot who spun.
And Sminotler and Jetfish very close here, just 3 temps. I mean, it's close throughout the field, obviously.
Sprunky, wheel to wheel.
Yeah, and Sprunky's through. And Backer, by the looks of it, has got off a place there. Well, he's right behind Colin now, so Backer's had a great restart.
Really good.
I'm just having a look at it. So Luke's keeping pace with them a little bit. Banter Brandon and Colin were very close through there.
Very close.
And I think it's one of those times now that you have to sit quite tight. Obviously through the castle section, there's no way anything's happening.
Try and get into your rhythm since you couldn't at the start.
Yeah, and then you just keep close enough to get them on a straight.
Especially these medium guys, they want to try and keep up with Luke.
Yeah, and we could see a bit of teamwork coming into play again here, because obviously the two McLarens are separated now. Sminotla's on a good strategy, but Luke, obviously having to pit sooner than Colin, may let Colin go and get after those guys in front and try and maybe hold up Backer.
But Brandon possibly looking to take Luke here.
Yeah, and it's what is that? I mean, it's a big train. It's the top
It's a massive thing.
7 must be separated by just 2 seconds there. I'll check that for you now. We'll put a leader one on it.
It's backed out of it.
2.5 seconds for the top 7.
Move from Andrew and Boris. Oh, sorry, Brent on Andrew.
And we've got Sminotla having a look at Jetfish here. He's thought better of it. It gets incredibly tight round there. Oh, he got so close to the barriers there, Jetfish. I don't know if he made contact. Maybe just left some Pirelli paint on the wall. It's incredibly close through here. I'm going to sit on board with Colin for a bit and just see if we can watch the battles happening from the views of the drivers. And obviously Backer's right behind Colin here, and that's really a race at the front because they are on the same strategy, having pitted at the same time.
Colin's not having it easy, trying to get past here.
Well, obviously they're all stuck, well, in a slipstream train at the moment, but it's soon to be a DRS train, so that's maybe makes it a bit more interesting.
It will leave next lap.
It will leave Jetfish as a sitting duck, but we'll see what happens from there. And Sminotla's dropped back a little bit from Jetfish here, actually, and it's Banter Brandon on Luke that's the closest, I think. Well, we've got Colin actually right behind him as well.
Yeah, this could be quite interesting coming in to turn 1.
And I think, is it DRS is active next lap? Yeah, there we go.
This is it now, yeah.
Just as I say it. There we go. And all still in position.
I think we'll see some movement over the next 2 or 3 laps. DRS enabled.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see. Spinotto.
A lot of guys using the DRS.
Yeah, there is. I mean, I'm looking at Banter Brandon on board here at the moment, and he's 40%. Obviously, they've only been back racing for 2 laps at this point. Oh, and Boris, DNF.
Boris gone.
Oh, and it looks like him and Andrew must have had a collision going into what turn is that? Turn 3 there. Yeah. Boris just ended up in a wall there. I don't know exactly what's happened.
This will help the soft runners looking Jetfish anyway.
Yeah, and Andrew's got damage, so he's going to be pitting. Which obviously with a safety car, it's not a massive loss for him because he's down the back anyway, so he'll be getting fresh tyres and fresh wing. Yeah, I mean, the medium runners stay, I guess, and Luke and Jetfish take that free pit stop.
But does Sminotla and Brandon pit because they're on 2 lap older mediums compared to the rest of the field?
That's the question, isn't it? If they can make them work, it depends, and it doesn't necessarily look like they've been looking after them, how close the racing's been.
My personal opinion, I would probably pit for a new fresh mediums.
Yeah, for Jetfish and Luke, I mean I'll go on board with Jetfish here. Yeah, will he pit for hard and try and one-stop it? But then there could be more safety cars, you know.
It's both coming in.
It's very difficult, and we're kind of back to normal service at the front now, apart from obviously Jetfish is pitted.
But he's came in also.
Yeah, and Jetfish is going to lose out on this on track position a lot because, well, actually a lot of people are pitted, but he could have lost out worse, to be honest. But obviously because there's and an Aston Martin's just gone round Maggot, and he got disqualified. We saw that with some drivers in the other gears. It's, unfortunately, if you end up in a pit lane,
it's a horrible part of the game.
Yeah, it just disqualifies you, which is not ideal.
Definitely not.
I don't know what happened to him. It just looked like he dropped it out the corner. Not
Too
entirely
heavy on the
sure.
accelerator.
Yeah, and now we've got a McLaren Ferrari sandwich at the front. And it keeps changing. It looks like at some points Ferrari have the upper hand on advantage.
Yeah.
Like we got green flag last, but switch straight back. Any predictions, Westy? Because I have absolutely no idea at the moment.
Right now, I'd probably go for the top three, but in a different order. I would go for Collins, Minola and Backer.
Yeah, that seems pretty
That's
sensible.
if Backer doesn't win it. But anyway, that's another story.
I'm not gonna read any more into that. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking everything had changed the last time, and it could be another safety car. It all changes again. I mean, I think what have we had? We've had two and a half
already.
laps of racing, and the rest have been behind the safety car. Well, we had, I guess 3 laps, 2.5 after the restart and a half before the first safety car.
Yeah, so we've not really had much racing. We've had 2 laps of DRS enabled laps.
Yeah, so again we're going to be into a similar situation as we were until the last safety car. Yeah, I guess the question is now for Sminotla, how does he do the restart? Does he learn anything from being behind Jetfish last time out? Does he do something different? I imagine it's not very nice seeing Colin in your mirrors.
I wouldn't like that shadow, on the side of me. I don't like to see that shadow.
He's incredibly quick, but to be fair, so is Sminotla around here. And Backer's been keeping with Colin all race. It does play out differently. I see Riyadh, he stayed out also on those 7-lap mediums. So whoever started on the mediums has basically decided to stay.
The Riyadh guy, he'll get out of the way.
Yeah, we'll see what happens for that. We've got, obviously, Andrew's got a nice, fresh new front wing. I think that might be a second. Alfa Romeo having to supply a lot of front wings for this at the moment, which is easily done. My McLaren team had to supply at least 15 of them for me. That was before the race even started. That was just for qualifying. And we've got, I think Brent, he also started on mediums if I'm not mistaken, but obviously he had the damage on the first lap. He lost his front wing. I mean, I could check this, I could look at the positions gained.
Expecting Brandon to come through the field a little bit. He seems to have a lot of pace.
Well, Brent's had to stop twice actually, and Brent started 11th, so he's made one position up and he's also stopped twice. Andrew stopped twice, and then it's just Riyadh and Sminotla who have not stopped at this point. Everyone else has stopped once.
I wonder if Sminotla's going for the win stop then, because all these safety cars are saving their tyre wear. So I wonder if Sminotla's thinking of the win stop.
Well, that's very true, because actually if you think about racing laps, he's done exactly the same as Colin on the mediums. Well, a quarter of a lap more, because it was, turn 3 where the crash happened on the first lap. And the safety car's in this lap, so I'll ride on board with Sminotla here, see if we can see what his plan is.
Well, we see Backer get the jump on Colin, which will make things really interesting with McLaren win too. Quite a lot of wheel banging. Brandon on look. He's made that move stick. We've got Brent taking look also. Oh, we've lost Jones. Colin chasing down Spinola still. Backer getting really close to Colin as well.
Oh yeah, sorry. I had a bit of a mic issue there.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I was just about to
So
say we had
lost a few places. We've got Brandon and Rehad.
I don't know what happened to Deck on the straight there. I know.
I didn't even notice we lost Deck. Sorry, people.
Yeah, no, I had been saying it, but I'd been on mute for some reason. I don't know if he hit the back of someone, but Backer's dropped back massively. I don't know what's happened to Backer there, and Colin is incredibly close to Snotler here.
Yeah, it looks like Backer's got damage, I can tell you. Yeah, Backer. Right front wing. Left front, yes. No wing at all, but it looks like no, he hasn't.
And Colin's going for the move. Oh, Spunky's retired. I'll try and catch
that's
that.
Dangerous. Oh, that's...
Yeah, he's across the side of the track. And did Colin just...
Brandon got taken out with that.
Colin and Sminotla were side by side down the straight there. I think Colin was just ahead when a safety car has been announced.
This helps Backer out a hell of a lot.
Yeah, and it's not the first time we've seen someone lose it there.
Across the track, yeah.
And yeah, we've got Craig saying, "Oh my days!" That's street circuits.
Yeah, hopefully this is the last one. I'm not sure how many.
I think we've got Singapore coming up, so there'll be a few more safety cars in a few weeks. But this can happen there, especially when as tight racing as we've got this season. It seems like in a lot of the gears that it's very well matched.
These guys are always on the edge, every corner.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it on qualifying, just how close they get to the walls,
exactly.
and you know, it can happen easily. It's not dirty driving; it's just a lot of this is racing incidents. People are just quick, and you've got no room.
Got Backer on the hards now, so I'm guessing he's staying out till the end.
Well, I mean, I'm going to try and put myself in Backer's head here. There's 8. I know you're thinking that's hard to do.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. That's a scary place.
I'll try and only be there for a second then. There's 8 cars left, including himself. That's less chance for safety car. We've lost 6 cars already. Maybe he's thinking there's no more safety cars. These guys are going to have to pit again.
Yeah.
And he's going to just get it.
Play right into his hands.
Yeah. If there's a safety car, then he's got no pace on those tyres, and it completely goes against him. But maybe that's what he's thinking. Maybe he's not thinking that at all. We'd have to ask his engineer.
What Backer's thinking? Who actually knows?
And we've got a third different person doing the restart this time. We've had Spinotler do a bit different from Jetfish. We've got Colin doing it. Oh, we've got people pitting.
Jetfish pitting.
And they're going hard.
We're not on hards. Jetfish is on the mediums.
Oh yeah, sorry, my mistake. Yeah.
You should be able to take them to the end. They should last a good 15 laps.
So that's interesting. We've now got... We were talking about the Ferrari-McLaren battle earlier. The 2 Ferraris on the same tyre in 1 and 2, so they got track position.
Yeah.
And the 2 McLarens looking to just completely change on strategy, but Backer's pitting again.
So yeah, I think he's worked out that the mediums will last, so he's changing now to the mediums. Yeah, he is. I thought that may be the case.
And his teammate just watched him and gone, "Oh, I'll put the hards on," and he's going to have to come in and put the mediums on.
I think Brent's going to have a tough time near the end on those softs.
Maybe Brent's going soft and soft again. I'm not entirely sure what his strategy is. Or maybe he's looking for track position. Yeah, exactly.
Or is he banking on another safety car? Yeah.
Quick at the restart, get as many positions and get a free pit stop. So yeah, just 8 cars left, not even at half race distance yet.
Yeah, just under half the fuel lost.
Yeah, they're going to be running heavy on fuel at the end, comparatively to what they'd be expecting. I expect we'll go round for another lap. We've got Backer and Brent only just going through the castle section, I believe, at the moment.
No doubt we'll have. That gives us 15 laps. Yeah,
And
the
some
first
very-
mediums will definitely last then.
Yeah, very different strategies. We've got one driver on fresh hards, one driver on fresh softs, 3 on fresh mediums,
That'll be
and
interesting.
3 drivers on older mediums. Should we ask those
I'll
predictions
take
again?
Yeah, everybody's predictions up in the air, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, whoever gets this prediction right is going to seem like an absolute genius.
Going to ask them for the lottery numbers. Jeez.
Absolutely. I think the lottery's a bit more predictable than Baku, to be fair.
True enough, true enough.
Well, Colin's on. I mean, we've got Luke and Andrew obviously on older mediums as well, but it's 4 laps. Colin's on 9 there, so he's going to
I think
have to
3
pit
of those
again.
laps have been under safety car, so you know.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
true.
there'll be any problems there.
If not more, because I think we only got one, not even a full lap again there of the of racing.
Fair enough, yeah. Jeez.
This might be one of.
What's
We
this,
might
the
end
third?
up having one of the longest streams in RPM history as well. We're setting all sorts of
Possibly.
records tonight.
Welcome to your first stream, Westy.
Exactly, yeah. Struggling to keep up with the carnage. Yeah, and interesting to see where Colin will decide to go here. We've got the back markers now have caught up.
Yeah, should be going in this lap then, eh?
Yeah, and we've what are we in? We're coming through 72.
It's quite worrying how slow the safety car goes. So, Jetfish will probably be looking for the jump on Andrew here. With the fresher mediums. Also Brent with the fresh softs. Could be a very interesting restart here. Just coming to the final corner now.
Yeah, and well, obviously, Jetfish had been up there, so he was.
Yeah, I can
He
see
lost out
Jetfish.
from the safety cars earlier, but the last safety cars brought him back into play in the ideal position.
Yeah, this safety car's brought everyone back into play basically. For the end.
Evil Master's saying he can make it from here. Colin's making a challenge for himself with the mediums. We'll see how that goes. I mean,
To be honest, I wouldn't put anything past Colin. Anything's
Yeah.
possible for Colin in this game.
we
Guy's
know
an
he's
absolute
quick.
machine.
Can we see his tyre management today?
Colin will win in reverse. I really don't doubt that, to be honest, Ross. He could
I mean,
probably do it.
He's got a rear gunner in Luke as well here,
Jetfish has already passed Andrew.
and that's
Great
exactly what he
restart for
needed.
him. Can look protect.
Oh,
He doesn't look like it.
Jetfish is on the inside.
Are we going to cut him off?
Oh,
No,
it gets so
keeps
tight.
it.
Yeah, a little bit of contact, but it was clean. It's just a tight corner.
Yeah.
He's really using his ERS here. Jetfish wants to get straight after Colin. And he's got the inside.
He could make the stick. He
And-
does.
And
he
fair
does.
play to Luke. He was fighting it cleanly and
Yeah.
racing hard, trying to protect Colin.
Plenty of
But
space he gave him.
Jetfish really has a pace on those mediums at the moment.
Can he catch Colin though?
Yeah, I'm
Just
just
those
having,
old mediums.
yeah, I'm just going to have a look on board further down because I think that one will play out on a longer time scale up the front. I'm just having a look at Sminotla, who was obviously up there, and he's following close behind Brent and Luke now.
Again, everybody's what? Just a few seconds apart.
Yeah, and we've got Riyadh and Andrew close behind as well. They're following each other.
I think we should watch Brent just now on Luke. I think this might be the next move to be made.
Yeah, and they are very close. And, I mean, Jetfish hasn't closed to Colin, but he is dropping Luke a bit. Oh, and Brent actually hit the wall a bit there.
There.
I don't know if he's got any damage.
Just have a look. He has on task. Yeah, slight damage, 8% damage on that right.
Yeah, and he's
He's not
close,
gonna
but he's
be-
not using his ERS.
No.
Maybe he's saving it in case he gets past. It's up the inside. Let's see if Smanotla fancies anything on this. Smanotla gets very close. I think Backer at this point, he'll just be
Backer's
watching
hanging
this.
back a little,
Yeah, he's watching this
Yeah, I think
happen
so
at the
as well.
moment. I mean, there's been so much that happened so far. It's you don't need to rush too much, I don't think, at this point.
Yeah, still plenty of time in this race.
And we're just over halfway now. And Smanotla's putting Luke under huge pressure. He's so
Massive
close
pressure,
behind him in such a tight section. You've got to be so careful through here.
Luke isn't going to come out this.
And Backer's right on the back of Smanotla as well now.
I think Backer's actually holding off because it's his teammate in front.
Yeah, Luke's clearly struggling a bit more on those
Yeah.
older mediums at this point.
Smanotla's going to need to be patient.
And we know how quick Smanotla and Backer are around here.
Yeah.
But it's a
Think
case of
Smanotla
Backer
going
being
back
close
a
in to Smanotla than Luke at the moment. And Smanotla's got close under braking there. He just needs good drive on this last straight. And I imagine he'll be using his ERS. I'm just having a look. Luke's got 10% less.
Good exit from Smanotla.
Yeah, and he's very close here. I think
Yeah,
Luke
I think
will
he'll get
struggle
this
to
done.
keep him behind him here. The question is, can Backer get that double drag up the straight
Nah,
here?
he's too far behind, I think. I think Backer will need to wait till next lap to try and get Luke.
And Smanotla's going for it now. He's going to have the inside line. Yeah, beautifully done.
Nice, cleanly done.
And Backer will be up next.
He's already right there.
Yeah, and he's got DRS. But so does Luke. So this is the DRS train forming. Jetfish, just having a quick look up front. Brent's actually, well, he's got the softs on, hasn't he, Brent? But Brent's catching Jetfish here. So if there is another safety car, Brent's playing himself in with that
also.
strategy.
Only under 2 seconds still to call.
He's not massively dropping off,
Yeah,
Colin,
he's
but
not
he is
pulling
on
away.
9 lap fresher mediums at this point.
Yeah.
Just have a look at this McLaren Ferrari.
We're really
Sam
close to
Whitney.
Brent now as well. Also Brent having that damage.
Yeah, of course, yeah, I forgot Brent had that damage.
Smanotla, that was a bit dangerous to cancel. Brent out of shape there.
Yeah, and Backer looked like he had a bit of oversteer through there.
Everybody had a little moment to cancel there.
Yeah, and Backer's dropped back a bit here, so Luke would be closer to Smanotla. We've got Riyadh also close behind Andrew. And on the soft, so maybe we'll see a pass there soon.
Could see a pass between any 4 of these, to be honest. Smanotla,
Yeah.
Luke, Backer, Brent.
I'm on with Smanotla now, he's just 3 tenths behind
Backer.
Brent.
Backer's close enough and looks out of VRS, so it's very possible here.
And there's DRS as well, of course, on this lap.
Yeah.
So we've got Smanotla's
Backer's not
got that
using.
easily done, and he's charging after Jetfish now. And he's set the fastest lap as well. So Smanotla's on a charge. I think Backer's just going to have to stay patient here. He's going to
Yeah, he's saving ERS, he's not been using it at all
yeah.
to
And
catch Luke, so he's just using DRS to keep with him.
I think that's sensible, and just if he can get close through the final sector, then he's got him on a straight, and
Yeah.
hope that Brent opens up a bit of a gap on Luke to make it even easier in the DRS.
Backer's on Luke now, very close to Luke.
And Jetfish has actually took a 10th out of Colin in the last lap. Now, you know, if Colin wants to go to the end, he's got to look after those mediums, so we might see
Yeah.
that bit of pace differential. And Jetfish might take a lot of life out of these mediums, pushing.
Bomb chasing. Anybody closer? They're all starting to get a little spaced out now, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Brent's the closest behind Smanotla, but I think Smanotla has the pace. Brent's going to have to pit again as well, so
Yeah.
you should see Luke and Backer moving up those positions.
I think that's the one to
Oh,
watch. Luke
and I
and
missed
Backer.
it as well. Riyadh managed to overtake Andrew at the back. for 7th position. And Bakker is now half a second
Close enough.
behind.
He's close enough for it.
But Luke has DRS from Brent, but he'll have less slipstream.
But he has 0 ERS, so
Yeah, that's true.
ERS is really powerful here. I think Bakker's looking. Nah, he's still not going for it.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to fake it,
Yeah.
make Luke think twice.
Just far too behind, I think, for that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to watch these gaps at the front.
Yeah,
Collins
as Evil
seems
Master says in comments there, actually Bakker would be better off overtaking Sminotler because Sminotler wouldn't score any points for McLaren as a reserve.
That's a great point, actually. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, same.
Because Sminotler's reserve this year, isn't he? Not
Yeah.
full time.
So Bakker really needs to try and get close to his teammate to overtake him.
Yeah, and he's stuck behind Luke at the moment. And Luke's not dropping back from Brent at them either. It's still a lot that can happen
it's
here.
It's quite close between 2nd and 6th, to be honest. Anything can happen in those positions.
Yeah, I mean Riyad's obviously overtaken Andrew, but I imagine Riyad's gonna.
Riyad's going to tip it again, I think, with the socks.
Yeah, so that's going to be given back to Andrew. Just having a look at front. It's the gap for Colin and Jetfish is. They're pretty much doing
Still not
identical
moving,
laps,
yeah.
aren't they?
Bakker just can't seem to get under that half a second on Luke here through this section. He's going for
He's
it now, I
closer
think.
this time though.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
going
this is his
time.
lap. Yeah.
Full ERS.
I mean, Luke's had no ERS
Should
for a
get
few laps now.
Should get this done pretty easily.
It's going to be. Oh, it's late.
Yeah, he has.
He's
Late
done
break.
it.
He's through, bit wide.
He's wide.
Ah, yeah, he's let Luke back through with that.
Yeah, but he's going to have DRS again up here. He's got ERS as well.
Will he send it?
He's going to have to be patient again.
Back.
Unfortunately, just caught him a bit too late on that straight. And I mean, whilst this is all happening, they're going to be. You'd think they're going to be losing out on the others, but then I look up at the leaderboard and it's still so tight. Colin's stretching his legs out front. He's dropped Jetfish by half a second at the start of this lap.
Possibly saving tyre wear.
Yeah.
For the first few laps from that restart.
And Sminotler's getting awfully close to Jetfish now.
Jetfish got damage that I've missed. No, just still Sminotler. Sminotler's got some damage now.
Yeah, I just saw him clip a wall through Castle, which I'm guessing is that damage.
I mean, it's
and
very minor damage.
Yellow flag in set 2. And Riyadh, yeah. I don't think that's going to be a safety car now because he's moving again.
So Sminotler and Brent on the same damage. So Luke and Bakker should look to capitalise on that.
Yeah, and Luke's really close behind Brent here.
Very close.
So from a lap ago, looking like he might.
Yeah, Brent's going in. Yeah, I thought they might be going off. So Brent's going to have to change his wing also.
Well, and the question is, even though Luke's on the older mediums, if Sminotler in front has damage, can he go and get that podium position? It's not done and dusted for the podium places yet.
Not. It's certainly not. I really think Bakker will take this, to be honest, third place for some reason. Just with Luke having loads of tyres.
Yeah, and the Sminotler obviously having the damage.
Yeah, and not getting any points. It'd be wise for him to move out of the way.
Yeah, and it's quite similar gaps there though now out of the DRS.
Maybe the safety card will do us a favour.
Yeah, exactly. Well, although as we say that, Bakker's just took a couple of attempts out of there on Luke.
Bakker's lost a little bit of time here.
And he has a big moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well saved though. It's very easy to just
easily
keep your foot on the throttle there.
I know he's not on. He's got no TC either, so done really well to save that.
You can have a look in front of Sminotler and Jetfish, see if that's closing up at all. It seems to be maintained. I think Sminotler's struggled a little bit with that. I guess he's just damaged the front end plate.
Yeah. Between second and fifth, I think it can be anyone. Those positions can change, I feel.
Yeah, and interestingly, I mean, Colin, it's good to see because Colin's been a really quick round here, but it's interesting to see his tyre management. It's just staying around 2 seconds throughout. Jetfish pushing a bit more, and it's still 6 laps to go. Really interesting to see what happens here.
Also, Smelt with that damage is still catching a little bit to Jetfish as well every lap.
Yeah, in certain sections he seems to close right up, doesn't he? I'm just gonna, whilst these gaps are a bit further away, ride on board with Colin a little bit.
Dropped a little bit back as well again. And nobody's in any DRS.
No, but it takes one mistake. I mean, Backus dropped back partly because I think he heated up those tyres, didn't he?
From that slide.
Yeah, but Luke, it's 4 lap holders. Like it's gonna get tight towards the end. Yeah, exactly.
Safety car laps, because we don't know how much wears, from the safety car laps. So will that really come into play?
And can we see? Do you have wear on test? Can you see? Just to see if we can update anyone, because I imagine. Oh, so we're not as close behind Jetfish. I don't know if Jetfish has made a mistake. Half a second.
Oh.
And this is the thing, you start to think about something else in commentary and something else happens exactly like that. And he's going for it. He's catching. He's gone for the inside line.
Did Jetfish get damaged from that?
Oh, and Jetfish is hanging it round the outside.
He's made it.
Oh, it's tight.
Oh, he's threw it in.
But he's going for this.
He's got a DRS.
Switchback.
Jetfish doesn't. He's fine. Sminotler should have this.
And Jetfish just got to stick with him though. That DRS is powerful around here. He's got another 10 or so corners. I think Jetfish has some damage here because he just hit a wall there again.
It's not shown on task anyway. Colin has 52%, 57% rears. Also 35 and 41% fronts.
Is that? I'm guessing that's the worst tyres we're seeing out.
Yeah, definitely. The best tyres is back, I believe it or not.
And what's Luke in front of him? Because he's on
Luke is on 23, 28% for the fronts, 29, 32 for the rears. Back is 17 and 20 for fronts, 25 and 28 for rears.
So Luke's done an incredibly good job looking after those tyres.
I'd be surprised if Jetfish doesn't take this position back on the straights. Not only that, has 26% damage on that right hand side.
Yeah, and I'm guessing he's not got damage, Jetfish, but he must have had a moment similar to Backer that dropped that time to Sminotler, because he had been. Oh, and there we go. He's got better drive.
I want to see if this move's going to happen here. That could be dangerous.
Yeah, there's a DRS line to come up, but now he's compromised his drive out there a bit.
He knows he's got this on DRS, I feel.
Oh, and I haven't even been paying attention. Look who's right behind them. It's Luke.
Yeah.
I just changed from the onboards and I've just seen Luke in that mirrors.
Didn't even know Luke had DRS either, so he's right back up there as well.
And this has helped Colin out.
This could help Luke.
Yeah, and well, he's gonna have DRS on him through here.
Yeah, Sminotler also has DRS.
Brent setting the fastest lap as we speak. I mean, this has all helped Colin out massively. He's 5.2 seconds ahead. Luke had a little look there, thought better of it. Sminotler's, I don't know if he took more damage hitting the wall, but he's really starting to struggle with that front wing now.
26% damage with the front wing. I don't think he'll do much in the next 2 or 3 laps, but till the end, to be honest.
So the one prediction I've made right tonight is that the podium was still up for debate, and that's proving correct at the moment with Sminotler having this struggle. Oh, and I can see he's missing a whole front end
he's
place there on the right hand side.
Quite soon. Backer needs to be patient here. He had a little moment again.
and they've got to be careful. Obviously, you get the dirty air, and Sminotla's going to probably be a little bit slower through some of these corners. And this has just allowed Jetfish to pull away, but it's also allowed Colin to pull away whilst they were fighting.
Yeah. You can see the final order being Colin, Jetfish and Backer. Still keep giving Backer that last podium position. No idea why. Luke's done really well tonight.
Well, yeah, it's going to be close. It's going to be a shootout between Luke and Backer now for that final position. Sminotla's probably going to get overtaken by Backer here as well.
Backer could take the double here, yeah.
All very similar on ERS.
Sminotla, don't think he'll move over.
He's let Backer go, but it looks a bit.
I can't at least watch himself here.
I mean, he just doing.
So this is it, yeah. I think 4 laps shootout between Luke and Backer.
Yeah. And Backer had been closed in on him before, obviously, all those incidents after he had his moment.
Yeah.
So,
to be honest,
on the 4 laps,
the tyre wear is pretty similar at the rears for both drivers, so
Backer's pushing now then. And Sminotla should, I imagine Sminotla's just going to stay out and take the 5th place here because Brent's 12 seconds behind. That strategy just didn't work out.
Nothing at all, you know.
Yeah.
Sminotla, so
try and get as high as you can, basically, in your finish.
Looks a little slow through this section.
Yeah, he'll be struggling with the downforce there. Oh, we've got a yellow flag in sector 3.
He had retired.
So I'm guessing he's retired in the pit lane.
I don't think we have a safety car.
Looking at the track map, it looks like he's in a pit box.
Yeah,
Williams being down at the end of the pit lane.
Yeah, no green flag.
And Luke's not dropped any time to Jetfish either. So if Jetfish has another moment like he did a few laps ago, because I think it was a similar gap to Sminotla, it could all close up. We've got Scott asking you here what Colin's tyre wear is at the moment, and that's a very good question.
Colin's tyre wear is 67% right rear, 60% right left, 47% front right, and 40% front left. So yeah, his fronts are fine. Could he get a puncture in the last 3 laps?
I mean, he's done an incredible job of looking after him, but you can clearly see he's done 21 laps on it and he's taken its toll. I mean, he's done nearly the whole race on them.
Got Backer now looking. No, he's not. Still too far back.
Yeah, he's got to be patient here. And then now dropping back from Jetfish. Obviously, Luke's having to look in those mirrors a bit more.
Yeah, especially with DRS either.
And it's a battle of 2 Dutch drivers for the final podium place here. And Jetfish has actually just took about 7 tenths out of Colin there on the last lap.
It's interesting.
Or last 2 laps, I don't know when I last looked at that gap.
Second a lap, if you really.
Yeah. I mean, Colin's still obviously looked after them well enough that he's able to still get good times out of that tyre. I mean, Jetfish does look like it. He gets so close to that barrier. He's pushing so hard to catch him. It's going to be exciting last few laps anyway, especially with the battle for 3rd.
Will Backer try and make the move this time? Too far back, I think.
He's got 44% ERS Backer and just 11% on Luke, so he's got a huge advantage on the ERS.
Quite a big gap here.
Yeah, he might.
Yeah,
he's probably
too far back. Yeah,
I think he could do with being within 6 tenths, really, couldn't he?
He's going to need to line it up.
He's not using his ERS either, so I assume he's just waiting.
I think it's about half a second through that S section. You have to be.
Yeah, and it seems like Luke is able to just pull out enough gap in a tighter section. So clearly running the little different setups. But Luke's also defending hard with ERS and just looking there, he's on 3%.
Luke's having a great drive here.
He did brilliantly for Colin on the restart as well.
Yeah.
We've seen some great teamwork from Ferrari, to be fair, in the qualifying as well. Colin giving a...
The toe, look.
Oh, and actually, Brent is within 1.5 seconds of Sminotla. whilst we've been watching all this, Brent
yeah.
has gone about his business. And
That was right up the back of look there.
And Brent's going to make the move on Sminotler, and he's done it into the
he's got
castle
that
section.
done. Yeah.
And now back to Bakker and Luke. For what must this be between them, about round 7?
Yeah.
It's almost a full boxing match coming in here
Proper
between
fight.
these two. Yeah, exactly.
Bakker pushing a little bit harder there. It's under the half a second. Could have it done here. Oh, but again, Luke just getting that little bit of drive.
But Bakker's using his ERS
Bakker again,
through
he's
there.
got-
Oh, and he has.
Oh.
Oh, and well held. That could have been huge.
Very well held again. He's still close enough, but yeah, he's going to get this done.
I think so. But then he's gonna. Is Luke saving the ERS
he's
this
got it
time?
done.
Yeah, and he's come around the
Luke-
outside.
Luke doesn't even have any RS to save, really.
No, he's
He's
got
out.
yeah, and the last time he passed him, he missed that apex and
But he
left
will
himself
have DRS
exposed.
here. So Bakker will have to go full ERS. Yeah, he has.
Yeah, and Luke's got less ERS
He's got a
here.
little bit.
Shack Attack saying, "Come on,
Just
Luke."
that little bit away. Just that little bit.
Very, very close there.
And these guys are at Castle would go to Colin. Forcing the finish there.
Yeah,
Bakker got it done. How did I miss that?
yeah. Bakker got it done into the first corner. I think you were. I think you were watching it at the same time.
No, I'm sorry. I was looking at someone. I was back on Spinall for something.
Jetfish has massively closed up. It's not been enough, but he's 3.5 seconds. But incredible
Holds it
tyre
really well.
management from Colin,
76% in that right rear.
and it's just been some incredible driving from a lot of the guys. I'm watching Bakker. I'm just going to try and get Colin crossing the line here for the win. If you could just keep an eye on Bakker and Luke, because
Yeah,
it's
no
going to be ever so tight through the
Good.
last
I
sector.
think Luke's just that. Yeah, Luke's just too far back. Not enough ERS.
And Colin even had to
Bakker
back
don't
off
have
through
this
there. He just.
So
Oh, he's even swerving. He's very happy with this victory, clearly. And it's a big win for Ferrari. Jetfish with a great race coming in
Well done.
along in second. And Bakker just has it on Luke, and he was swerving as well. So I think we've got some happy podium sitters. I think Luke will be gutted. I thought Luke was
but great drive from the
probably
kid.
my driver of the day for tonight, for some of his defence.
Yeah, I was going to say that was my choice as well for today.
He deserved a podium, but there's only 3 of them. That's the problem. And
Yeah,
some
it's
great
unfortunate
racing
for
throughout
Luke.
the field. And Sminotler, obviously having that damage really affected him. Brent made a
Yeah.
good recovery and made that well, it wasn't a 2-stop, the 2 softs at the end work.
It was
and,
interesting to see Colin's tyre wheel was outrageous at the end there. Nearly 80% on the
Yeah.
wheels.
And he was managing that like hell, and
Yeah.
still creating
Really well.
great lap times. Randomness, was there any penalties? There was not any penalties.
No, not
There was a lot of safety cars, but no penalties. And it looks like Colin's got a steering wheel this time on the podium there. A few weeks ago, he was throwing out F1 games. But I think
F1
he's-
games, yeah, I've seen
yeah,
that.
I think that was probably hurting his budget too much of Ferrari. So
Congrats to the podium then. Well done, Colin, and another great race.
yeah, an absolute great race, and some
Well done to the other 2 guys as well, Jetfish and Bakker. Bakker patiently waiting for that move on Luke at the end.
yeah, and just to go through the final standings there, Colin winning from Jetfish and Bakker on the podium, and Luke, Brent, Andrew, and Sminotler finishing off, and there was 7 DNFs behind that. A lot of incidents. But yeah,
So,
thank you for joining me tonight, Westy. I don't know if we're
Not a
going to
problem.
do the podium
Thank you.
interviews. We'll see if we can get anyone in. But yeah, how did you find that first race?
yeah, it was hectic with the safety cars, but I enjoyed it. Enjoyed myself, yeah. Possibly do it more in the future.
Yeah, it was a bit of a baptism of fire, that one, trying to figure out what was going on.
Oh, yeah. Try to keep up was a bit hectic, but all experience for the next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, and we have got a podium sitter come join us. We've got Backer, 3rd place in chat. You left it late, Backer. How did you find the race?
Very good evening.
Evening.
Well, to be honest, I didn't really enjoy it. It's a shame, of course, we lost so many drivers. We didn't have too many either, so shame to see like 7 or 8, I don't even know, drivers finish race. But nevertheless, I'm happy with P3.
Yeah, and you had an absolutely incredible battle with Luke. We saw you have a bit of a moment in the 3rd sector, 1 lap, and drop back from him, and then I think when Jetfish and Smnotler were battling, you guys closed up again and had a great battle for the last 6 laps. How was that? Were you getting a bit tense there?
Yeah, well, I had an engineer, of course, 2 of them, and they told me already Smnotler picked up damage, and then I noticed Smnotler and Luke fighting. That made me catch Luke really fast. I was more focused on Brent behind, by the way, on the softs, because he was catching me like 2 seconds a lap. But when I came so close to Luke did an amazing job today. His pace was great. I tried to save as much as ERS as I can and go for the overtake in the final second last lap. Save it again for the final straight to nurse it home.
Yeah, and it was a up and down race. What happened to you off the start? We were trying to figure out what happened there. Someone said you got hit in the back or something.
Yeah.
Or?
I don't know. My start was not the best, but I managed to keep my position. And then entering turn 2, all of a sudden I got launched and torpedoed into turn 2. Could barely avoid the wall there, but glad I came out without any damage. But I spun later on in the race a little.
Yeah, as I know, it can go a lot worse round here if you get torpedoed.
Massively.
But yeah,
you do it.
I mean, congratulations. I don't know if Westy has any questions
No,
for you.
just echo the same as yourself. Just well done on the podium. Because have you had a lot of patience this race to get it? Also, well done for not winning it this week.
Yeah, thanks. I definitely needed a podium.
So yeah, just congrats again, mate, on the podium. Well done. Well done to your 2 engineers as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Jetfish and Colin drove a great race as well. Colin on those mediums, taking that long stint that I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but Colin had 70% wear on the rears, so he done really well with that.
Yeah, my engineers actually were telling me that Luke had almost the same tire wear as I did on way older tires.
Yeah.
So he managed them really well and kept his pace up. Great job by Luke and the rest, of course, who made the finish line.
Definitely.
Yeah, and Colin showed some incredible tyre management tonight to get that win. But yeah, thanks for joining us, Backer, and thanks to you, Westy, and thanks to everyone who watched. It was a great race, and
Thanks for the comms, boys.
Yeah, no worries.
Problem. Cheers.
We'll be back next week with round 6. I think is it Japan next week?
Singapore, I believe.
Singapore.
Yeah, I think it's Singapore or Sochi.
Okay, so if you're tuning in for low gear, be prepared to see me in the wall. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and have a good night.
Night.